What happens when you take an American legend, a muscle car icon, and breathe new life into it for the modern era? You get something that's not just a car, it's a statement. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a machine that defines raw power, timeless design, and unapologetic attitude. Say hello to the 2025 Dodge Charger R/T, a modern reinterpretation of the 1970 classic, finished in a sinister black that demands respect. Whether you're a lifelong Mopar fan or just someone who appreciates automotive greatness, this car is going to grab your attention and not let go. Buckle up, because we're about to take a long and thorough look at everything this beast has to offer, from the reimagined exterior to the retro-modern interior, the insane performance under the hood, and what it'll cost to park one in your garage. Let's get into it. Exterior. At first glance, the 2025 Dodge Charger R/T grabs you with that unmistakable silhouette, long, low, and aggressive. Dodge has done something truly bold here. They've stayed extremely faithful to the iconic 1970 model's design while adding just enough modern touch to make it roadworthy in today's market. This isn't a generic retro-styled car. This is an homage, with attitude. Up front, the menacing split grille and hidden headlights make a dramatic return. But now, they're upgraded with ultra-thin LED strips that glow red when the car's parked, giving it an almost demonic presence at night. The wide hood scoop is functional, feeding air into the updated Hemi V8. Every curve of the body screams muscle. The sculpted fenders bulge with confidence, and the rear end keeps the iconic full-width taillight bar, modernized with deep crimson LEDs that look absolutely killer against the black paint. The black paint job, by the way, is nothing short of stunning. Dodge calls it pitch black metallic, and under sunlight, it reveals the slightest shimmer of metallic flake. It's the kind of paint that looks wet even when the car is dry. Matched with 20-inch staggered alloy wheels in a matte graphite finish, blacked-out badging, and optional red Brembo calipers peeking through, this Charger is both nostalgic and menacing. Everything about the exterior says one thing: this car means business. Interior. Step inside, and Dodge pulls off another trick, blending vintage charm with modern functionality. You open the long, heavy door and you're immediately greeted by a cabin that feels like the 70s, but smarter, sharper, and more comfortable. The dash design takes cues from the original, with a dual cockpit layout and brushed aluminum accents. The gauges are analog, but now feature digital sub-displays tucked into the speedometer and tachometer. The font and needle design mimic the old-school look, but everything is backlit in red and white for a modern twist. The seats? Full-grain leather with retro-style stitching and R/T embossing on the headrests. Deeply bolstered for spirited driving, yet soft enough for long cruises. Dodge even gives you the option for houndstooth cloth inserts, just like the original model. The three-spoke steering wheel is a modern reinterpretation of the classic wood-rimmed unit, complete with paddle shifters and tactile feedback. At the center of the dash sits a large 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system, seamlessly integrated, yet not overbearing. It runs the latest Uconnect software, with support for wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a customizable home screen. Below it, you'll find a row of metallic toggle switches and knobs, tactile, solid, and refreshingly analog in feel. The rear seats are more spacious than you'd expect, and the trunk offers a decent 16.5 cubic feet of space, making this retro rocket surprisingly practical. There's also a premium 18-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, though we're pretty sure the only sound you'll want to hear is coming from the exhaust. Performance. Now, let's talk about what really matters in an R/T badge: performance. The 2025 Dodge Charger R/T packs a serious punch under the hood. Gone is the 440 Magnum of old, but in its place is a modern 6.4-liter Hemi V8, naturally aspirated, producing 505 horsepower and 475 lb-ft of torque. This car is rear-wheel drive, with a standard 6-speed manual transmission. That's right, a real manual, in 2025. For those who want an easier daily drive, an optional 8-speed TorqueFlite automatic with paddle shifters is available, but let's be honest, the manual is the way to go. 0 to 60 miles per hour comes in just 4.1 seconds, and the quarter-mile blazes by in 12.2. Top speed. Electronically limited to 165 miles per hour. But what matters most is how it feels to drive. The steering is heavy and direct, the chassis is balanced for a muscle car, and the suspension, with adaptive dampers, keeps things composed whether you're carving through twisty roads or cruising the highway. Launch control, line lock, and a Performance Pages app all come standard. Want burnouts? Easy. Want precise lap timing? Covered. And thanks to the active exhaust system, the growl of the Hemi can go from tame to downright violent at the press of a button. Dodge has also updated the platform for better rigidity and handling. It's still a muscle car, don't expect it to out-corner a Porsche, but it holds its own surprisingly well for a 4,200-pound rear-wheel drive brute. And let's not forget the brakes. With massive 6-piston front Brembos and ventilated rotors all around, stopping power is just as impressive as the acceleration. Prices review. So what does this blacked-out beast cost? Dodge knows this is a niche car, part collectible, part performance legend, so they've priced it accordingly. The base 2025 Charger R/T starts at around $56,000, but that's before options. Add the black metallic paint, upgraded wheels, premium sound system, adaptive suspension, and a few retro-themed interior packages, and you're looking at $66,000 to $70,000 out the door. Expensive? Sure. But when you compare it to other performance cars in this segment, or even retro-styled competitors, it's actually well-positioned. Plus, you're getting something that's rare, dramatic, and instantly recognizable. Dodge is only making 4,000 units of the 2025 R/T in this retrospec trim, and fewer than half of those will come in pitch black. Translation. This car will hold its value, and maybe even appreciate down the line. If you want something that turns heads, sounds like thunder, and pays tribute to one of the most iconic cars of the muscle car era, this might be your final chance. With the EV era looming large, this 2025 Charger R/T could be the last great gas-powered muscle tribute Dodge ever makes. The 2025 Dodge Charger R/T in black isn't just a car. It's a celebration of history, of power, and of rebellion. It's a love letter to the muscle car, built with modern know-how and classic soul. Let me know what you think of this beast down in the comments. Would you take this over a Mustang Dark Horse or a Camaro ZL1? And if you could only own one classic-inspired modern muscle car, would it be this? If you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep-dive car reviews, and turn on notifications so you never miss another ride. Until next time, keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road. This is Rise and Inspire, and we'll see you in the next one.